When you think about people trying to transition into technology industry, so we can use Bitcoin and crypto, or we could use other ones, and they don't have a college degree, what are some of the tips or tricks that you share with them as to how to increase the probability that they're able to get those jobs?
Sure. So this is actually, and a lot of people think that there's a lot of mysticism around this, and a way that it gets dismissed quite often is, oh, you must have had a connection, but I didn't. And that one tends to get people. But something that my husband Ryan, who's also my podcast co-host, something that we teach people is we call it finding a job backwards. And so this is going to be a little counterintuitive because really it's finding a job forwards. But if you were raised in an American school, what you're taught to do is you're taught to buy first and ask questions later. But the thing is that kind of makes no sense because here's the employee and here's the business. And you'll notice that the college is nowhere involved in this transaction. So it makes no sense to buy a piece of paper that's supposedly a requirement for a job without first checking to see if the business will hire you without it. And so what we have people do is we have people go through multiple job listings. So let's say looking through 20 different job listings and tallying up how often they see a skill or a certification mentioned in the listing, and then going from there and learning that thing and then applying for the job.
So when you think about that, the idea of, hey, I know what I want to work from a job perspective, I can go and I can look. And if it doesn't say I need a college degree, then, pretty obvious, maybe I don't need to go to college in order to get that job. Talk to me a little bit about the skills. So if I read through a job kind of opening and I see in the description, it says, hey, you need skill A, B, or C. How do you guys normally help people learn that skill? Is it something where they can just go on the internet and, kind of play around on Google or YouTube and end up learning, or is there something else?
Yeah, so the thing that Ryan and I are really big on is trying to reduce risk, because the thing about college is fundamentally it is just really financially risky. And it's so interesting because it's been painted to all of us, sold to all of us really for 12 years as the safest investment that somebody could make, when in fact it's one of the most high risk ones you could make, because if you're wrong, you are out. I mean, the average family spends $30K a year per student. And then not only that, but most college graduates take 5.5 years to graduate. So you're talking about something that's very time and money intensive. So what we tell people is look at the skills that are listed. And this is even if it does say, it requires a college degree, screw it, like ignore that and just look to see what skills it actually says that you need. So if what comes up multiple times is they want you to learn how to use Adobe Premiere, you can learn Adobe Premiere for free. If it tells you, if the job description says they need somebody who's really competent with Excel or can use SQL or needs basic knowledge of Python, all of those things you can learn on the internet for free. So what we advise people to do is look for zero cost options that you can self-teach and then slowly increase your learning budget as you go up.